welcome back to Mic Mayhem. My name is Joey and today's topic is all about mothers. Now, this could be nice mothers, horrible mothers, mother-in-laws. Let's dive right into it with our first story. Am I the asshole for sending child maintenance statements to my ex-mother-in-law? I, 35F, split up with my ex just over a year ago. We had some issues with getting him to provide for our son, now 8. His parents were very much interested in the drama. When I made an application through official child maintenance services and he received the schedule listing his monthly payments, his parents contacted me asking me to agree to an inefficient payment plan because the CMS amount was just too much, claiming that getting a lower amount agreed between us was better than not receiving a single penny through CMS. I refused, deciding that having the agreement on paper and not receiving it would still be better than maybe receiving something. My ex didn't make a single payment and lost his job shortly after. His child maintenance amount was recalculated, granting him payment of £7 a week, which he still refused to pay, which then caused the CMS to collect the money themselves and charging him and me some extra fees for the service. His parents were very much aware of it and complained about it, especially about those fees. He get charged 20% and about the areas that are still on the account. I'm sorry for the long intro, but I find it important. To the issue. It was my son's birthday last week. I took time off and took him on a short 2-day stay at one of the UK's theme park. When his dad and his family found out, I received a call from his mother complaining that now that I live off her poor son, I can afford taking my kids on trips like this and making his dad look bad in the comparison. For context, we have been to multiple theme parks over the years, including last year when my ex still refused to pay a penny on his son. I couldn't help but laugh. In hindsight, I appreciate that it was immature. I just couldn't collect myself quickly enough and told her not to contact me about the issue again. Well, she messaged me shortly after. I received a wall of text basically telling me off for making her son struggle when I spent his money on memories and making myself look like the better parent. I couldn't take the BS and took 2 screenshots. 1. Holiday booking confirmation, including hotel, park tickets, etc. 2. Total maintenance payments received in last year. I sent a note. Has your poor son supported our trips, or has he taken active part in providing for our son's names over the last year? You can't claim both. Pick one. In response, I received more angry messages from my ex-mother-in-law, upset about being called out like that, and from my ex, who was angry that I got his mother involved at this point, and I pointed out how bad he is providing for her son. I don't think I got her involved, but my opinion may be skewed. So here I am asking Reddit, am I the asshole? First of all, you are not the asshole. This guy, I don't know what his problem is. He doesn't pay for his child. That's his choice, but his mother getting involved, she got involved herself, but okay, we got an edit. I thought I would edit the post to answer the most repeated question. I've been in touch with my ex-mother-in-law solely to allow them to stay in touch with my son. They have a good relationship with him, but they struggle to make arrangements with my ex to have a proper grandparent-grandchild time during my ex-custody's time. It's worked quite well in the last months. On to the top comment, which has to say, not the asshole. They wanted to fuck around and now they're finding out. 2. You didn't evolve the mother-in-law. She involved yourself. And 3. I wonder where your ex got his I shouldn't have been mature and responsible when I just can't complain instead trait. I think it's from the mother-in-law. Well, going on to our next top comment. Not the asshole. This is giving everything. I don't think you went too far enough. Bless your heart. Aren't you embarrassed by your deadbeat son? It's hard to raise such good kids, isn't it? Keep your receipt and use them every time. Exactly my thoughts. And now we go on to our next story. Title is, am I the asshole for not answering the door when my ex-mom showed up to my apartment unannounced? This happened a couple of years ago, but I was talking about crazy mother-in-laws with a friend and she thinks I was the asshole. I have sole custody of my children. My ex and his family live about 9 hours drive from me. One day, around 9 a.m., there was a knocking on my bedroom window. I peeked through at the bottom of the blinds and just saw a woman's sneakers. So I peek higher and make eye contact with my ex-mother-in-law. All I could think is, what the fuck? The apartments where I live are not gated, so anyone can drive onto the property. just not go into the buildings without a key, which means ex-mom couldn't knock on my door because she couldn't enter my building anyway. Now that she sees me, I change and go see why she's there. Only reason why she was in my address is because a few months back she asked to mail some stuff for the kids. I dumbly gave her my address. She tells me she was in the neighborhood. I asked her why she didn't call me before arriving and said it was a last-minute decision. I let her in and she sees the kid for a bit. When she leaves, I tell her next time she needs to give me a heads up before arriving, and I'm not talking 10 minutes before. I need at least 1 week's notice. So this is where I might be the asshole. About 4 months later, she pulls this stunt again. When I hear the tapping on my window, I know exactly who it is. I don't bother looking out the window. She starts calling me. After the 5th call, I answer. She tells me to open up because she wants to see my kids. I'm like, what? I'm not even home. Why she didn't tell me she was coming? I'm 45 minutes away visiting my dad's with the kids. She demands my dad's address. I refuse to give it to her. I tell her I have no idea when I get home. Yes, completely lie. Anyway, she doesn't believe me. She thinks I'm home. Again, says it's a last-minute decision. I'm hanging up on her. I'm getting texts from my ex demanding I let her mom see the kids. I tell her what I've told. I am not home. Imagine my surprise when I hear the police banging on my door a few minutes later. I don't answer. I get a call from a random number. The police officer. He is there to perform a wellness check because my ex-mom hasn't heard from me in 3 days. She is extremely worried. Also, according to him, it is illegal to not answer the door when the police officer knocks. I tell him she is lying. I just spoke to her on the phone. She showed up unannounced. I made it clear to her not to do that. And I am out with my family and I don't need her to come back. Just because she showed up unannounced. She is my ex-mom's and I don't have to talk to her. After that phone call, I get a text from my ex calling me an asshole. And how hard would it have been to let my mom see the kids when she drove all the way just to see them? I want to make it clear. I don't mind her visiting. I don't mind her being around my kids. But I can't stand her showing up unannounced and demanding to see my kids. Just like that. It was like she was on a weird power trip. First of all, you are not the asshole. This mother-in-law is toxic as fuck. Why is she on this power trip? What a fucking Karen to call the police on her as well. Oh man, let's go to the top comments. Probably rougher than I am. Not the asshole. Woman weaponized the police against you. Woman no longer gets any part of your life. Next time she tries anything to phrase, you call the police on me. When she deflects, you lie to the police. Just keep banging on some version of that. Ex gets the same story. She called the police and lied to me. She is dangerous. Damn, this one got 19k upvotes and it's true. And if you want to upvote me, don't forget to like and subscribe. On to our third story, a bit of a shorter one, and it's called Am I the Asshole for Not Returning My Mom's Ring? I, 28 male, and my ex-girlfriend Mela, 28F, were together for 7 years. Mela was upset with marriage. She literally had a Pinterest full of wedding ideas over the years. Around year 4 of our relationship, she started outright saying that she wanted to be married and wanted to be proposed to. In this way or that way, and basically making plans. I told her that I would think about it. While I loved her, I wasn't sure if marriage was for me. We had an arrangement and she made an ultimatum. Either I propose or we break up. I didn't make a decision and she broke up with me. I realized I wanted it in my life and I proposed. My mom gave me an engagement ring which wasn't Mela's style or size but seemed happy. I started getting second thoughts and we got into a fight. Mela took off the ring and gave it back to me. We broke up and went our separate ways. I took that as she was giving me the ring. Mela and my mom were close and she was invited to the wedding. Mela is getting married to Devin, 25 male, who is apparently head over heels for her and bought her a 15k engagement ring. My mom wanted to wear her best jewelry for the wedding as it was a lavish event and asked her for the ring back. I told her I wouldn't give her the engagement ring back as it was mine and I didn't want Mela to see the engagement ring that she was supposed to have, since I would probably make her feel bad since her marriage to the first guy who was there. My mom is upset. My family is calling me an asshole. My dad, who made the ring, said I was a selfish brat. I keep getting nasty emails from relatives about the situation. Am I the asshole? Yes, you are the motherfucking asshole. Let's go see what the top comment has to say. Because why would you think the ring belongs to you? It's your mother's. She gave it to you to propose. And if you're going to give it back, why the F do you feel entitled for having that ring? It's outrageous. The top comment has to say, You're the asshole. She gave you the ring with a specific purpose in mind. Her ring is not yours. If you didn't use it, give it back. Another one, your mother didn't give you the ring. She lent you a family heirloom for the express purpose of proposing. You should have returned the ring to her as soon as Mela returned it to you. You're the asshole for refusing your mother's ring into the rightful owner. Oh man, some mothers could be cruel. On to our last story of the day, and this is a bit of a doozy, a bit of a long one, but it's a good one. It's about 3 months old, and it's titled, I just found out my mom has been sending my girlfriend cruel messages for who knows how long. I don't know how to handle this. Male 36, female 32. Generally, not much rattles me. My friend called me stoic, emotionally anticipated idiot. And they're not wrong, which is why we're still a little stunned that the love of my life is basically my opposite. I've been with my girlfriend for 8 years, known her for 10. She's quiet, gentle, brilliant, and actually a whole-ass professor, and generally one of the kindest person I've ever met. She's silly, shy, goofy, in the best ways, and loves to poke fun. I love it all. I love her more than I've ever loved anyone, ever, in this lifetime. But last night, something happened that I can't let go of. My phone was charging, so I was scrolling Instagram reels on hers, like I usually do. One of her friends DM'd her. Normally, I would send back some dumb reaction photos so they know it's me, just a thing in our circles. But this wasn't a joke. It was a screenshot my girlfriend had sent to her friend, and the friend was trying to comfort her. I hesitated to open the screenshot to read better, and I'm glad I did. I don't even regret it anymore because what I saw was multiple messages from my mother, and the timestamps weren't all from that same day. So I don't know how long that's been happening. A week, a month, even longer? No idea. Some messages to my mom said was, maybe he hasn't proposed because you haven't given him a child. Men don't marry placeholder. That's the most recent one. If you stop dressing like a teenage boy and putting on some makeup, maybe he would make you your wife instead of playing and pretending he's one of your little friends. You're keeping him from his family. He used to visit. For clarity, I'm the one who pulled back because of her behavior towards one of my sisters. That's a whole other story, so nothing to do with my girlfriend. You think you're special? You're lucky he even brought you home. Girls like you don't get comment from men like him. You're not good enough for his life. He deserves better. Reading them make my stomach drop. They were hateful and completely false. There's even more, but these were the ones that seared into my brain, and my girlfriend didn't tell me about them. She just has been carrying this all along, smiling, laughing with me, all while this garbage was sitting in the back of her mind. My girlfriend avoids conflict. She hates upsetting anyone. I get it. It's easier to talk to your friends first, and my mom can be intense. She probably didn't want me to put me in a position where it looked like I was choosing sides, but I've chosen. And it's not her I'm angry with. I'm furious at my mother. I'm exhausted by this. She knows how much my girlfriend means to me. She hears me talk about her constantly. I really thought she might actually be happy for her. At the same time, I don't want to make this harder on my girlfriend or make her feel exposed. So here's where I need advice. Do I tell my girlfriend gently that I saw the messages and that I'm on her side and she doesn't need to shield me from my own mother? Or do I handle my mother privately and now bring it up unless my girlfriend says it? I just wanted to make her feel safe and supported, and it makes me sick that she's been dealing with this all alone. I mean, actually sick. I'm just watching her make breakfast and what's the best approach for her well-being when I prioritize her well-being first? Well, this is relationship advice, so it doesn't work as much as you're the asshole or you're not the asshole. So here would be my 2 cents. As a person, I would just set your girlfriend, tell her you saw the messages, and tell her whatever your plan is. Like if you want to go no contact, low contact, that's up to you. But I'll tell her, I'll go low contact. I'll tell my mom to step off and block your mom. Because if you don't block her, she'll just keep going. But that's my advice. Let's see what someone else has given as advice at the top comment. As another guy who's cut out his mom, you need to do the same. First, you need to sit down and tell your GF. Let her know it was an accident that you saw it. But you're glad you did. Let her know you're on her side. Tell your plan on putting the same space between you and your mom. Also, block your mom on her phone so she no longer has to put up with your mom's toxicity. Second, you need to lay it on your mom for the shit behavior. Put some boundaries on how you and your GF will be as far as contact goes from this point forward. This might not be a popular opinion, but your first priority is your girlfriend. Family doesn't mean shit when they treat your partner like shit. Personally, I would go low contact or no contact for quite a while so your mom can understand. If she doesn't, that's just mean you did right by your GF to cut your mother out. That was the top comment with 6.4k upvotes. Another one with 5.4k. Be honest with your GF. Explain how you saw the messages, how they made you feel. Tell her what you have told us, that you want to support her well-being, and ask her what she feels is the best way to deal with this. She may just be reassured that you know, or she may want you both to address it directly face to face with your mother. And concluding all that advice, the same as I go, sit her down and be yourself, be honest with her. And hey, if there's another story you want me to read, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching.